With the decisive defeat of Hasdrubal Barca at the Battle of Mataurus, Hannibal has been cut off from reinforcements in Italy and struggling for survival. Hasdrubal Gisco still fields a large army in Spain, which has been skirmishing with a Roman army, led by Scipio Africanus. The opposing sides now meet in a climactic battle at Ilipa. A Roman victory would end Carthaginian rule in Iberia and allow Rome to assume control. A Carthaginian victory would keep control of Iberia and maintain hope that Hannibal could be reinforced in Italy. For several days, Hasdrubal and Scipio deploy their forces in the same array each morning, only to withdraw each time. Both commanders place their hardened veterans at the center and post their cavalry and less reliable Spanish allies to protect the flanks, although Hasdrubal boasts war elephants and numerical superiority. Scipio, however, is always careful to deploy after Hasdrubal. Hasdrubal becomes familiar with Scipio's deployment and the daily routine in which he leisurely deploys, always followed by Scipio, until a few days later. On this day, Scipio orders his troops to eat and arm themselves at dawn, and raids Hasdrubal's camp with his cavalry in a huge display. Hasdrubal rushes his troops out to the field unfed. Hasdrubal does not notice that Scipio has reversed his typical formation, until the Romans are too close to carry out a safe redeployment. Instead of attacking, though, Scipio waits for the scorching heat to fatigue the hungry Carthaginians. Scipio undertakes a complex march to position his best troops for an assault on Hasdrubal's weaker flanks, while his own Spanish allies advance, but remain outside of combat. The assault is very effective. Hasdrubal's front rank is shattered and some of his war elephants are alarmed into rampaging backwards, stunning his cavalry and delaying any action by them. The Carthaginian infantry are completely immobilized, as any attempt to help their troubled flanks or break Scipio's center would expose their own flanks to other Roman units. Hasdrubal's center infantry remain fixed, with few other options, while his flanks continue to disintegrate. Hasdrubal's only lasting advantage, his cavalry, is wasted when they are easily defeated by the Roman cavalry, after being trampled once again by war elephants fleeing in terror. Scipio encircles the Carthaginian infantry, but is halted by a sudden cloud burst that pours down much water, mudding the ground to a standstill. Instead, the Carthaginians are able to escape to camp. Hasdrubal strengthens his camp's defenses for the inevitable Roman attack, but as darkness falls, his army begins to desert. Hasdrubal opts to slip away during the night, but their disappearance is reported, and so Scipio orders a pursuit. Nonetheless, Hasdrubal escapes to one of the highest summits, but his army is decimated. Carthaginian rule was ended at Ilipa and never returned. 2 years later, Scipio landed in Africa to threaten Carthage itself. This forced Hannibal to return to Africa and face Scipio in their own climactic battle, the Battle of Zama, won by Scipio.
This animation was created by Jonathan Webb and narrated by Tom Fitzmaurice. For more great battles, visit www.theartofbattle.com. It's like a museum, except not boring.